Welcome back, YouTubers, to NJ. What are you doing up there? Calm down. Like I said, welcome back, YouTubers, to another Q&A video with us, the British Fist. It's me, Mr. Parkin, in my bright yellow shirt today, luminous as usual. But next to me is a guy who shines brighter than a star. It's NJ.
What's up?
He's a star in himself. Let's get to this Q&A then. But before we do that, though, subscribe up above, like this video, and comment your thoughts on the questions we've got down below, and make sure to keep sending your questions in through the links in the description box below.
There we go.
I kind of stole your line there, didn't I?
That's fine.
Whoops. Facebook.com/British Fist. Inbox us preferably, or even comment them down below if you're that lazy. So there we go. Let's get on to this Q&A. The first question comes from Y0J0E36. I read that a little bit wrong there. Do you think it would be a good idea for the WWE to bring back the Rebellion and/or Insurrection pay-per-views back to the UK? NJ.
Okay, they've been gone a while now, so I think the WWE are doing a way of moving on from them. I know those events are in the UK, and that I'm thinking they've moved away from them. So I'm thinking bringing back old events, like they bring back King of the Ring, until they held that whole curse thing.
Bad.
So they bring back events. I think they should maybe stay away from and make new events to replace old if they did want to do something similar to them.
To be honest with you, NJ, they have too many pay-per-views as it is.
No, that's another point.
So to add a Rebellion or an Insurrection pay-per-view, although it would be good because it's in the UK and it's promoting your product in the UK, at the same time, having so many pay-per-views out there, we don't really want to see this in there. And plus, it was only a second-rate pay-per-view anyway, so it didn't really mean that much, even though it was in the UK, our home country. Anyway, so probably not a good idea, even though I can see the benefits of it, you know, from a UK standpoint, but just from a WWE business standpoint, I don't really see the benefits of it personally.
True, same here.
Right, okay then. The next question is from YWC012, also known on Facebook as Asif Zapor, a new YouTuber. Do you think Cena needs to turn heel before WrestleMania 28? I think we were very conclusive with this because we did a video on this a while back, didn't we? The answer being no.
No. The main thing is, in my opinion, kiddies love him. If he turns a heel, kids like, boo! Boo! Yeah, I sound like a kid there, but there you go.
The thing is here, right? The thing that puzzles me is, I'd probably say yes, purely because going into WrestleMania, no one is going to be on Cena's side. Everyone's going to be on the Rock side. So you may as well make him heel. But at the same time, he's going to be face anyway, and people are going to see him as a heel. So why make him heel when he's going to be a face anyway after WrestleMania? I know it sounds confusing, but that's how it works. I don't think Cena should turn heel, especially if they're in the PG here and they want to appeal to the kids and have merchandise sales. So I don't think personally he should turn heel for WrestleMania 28.
So
I don't think it's needed.
Between now and WrestleMania, make The Rock do something that classes him as a heel.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Cena's going to get so much heat anyway. There's going to be no way they can make Rock heel. That's the thing. Everyone's going to be booing him. Including you. And the next question comes from Jay Phillips. He says to us, and this is very well worded, why are they continuing to bury Drew McIntyre? And do you see him getting back to TV on pay-per-view, or should I just accept that he is done? Well, we kind of have, haven't we?
I looked at Superstars recently and thought, what the hell have you done to Drew McIntyre? The chosen one, losing to
Zack Ryder.
Yeah, I try not to say his name. I just think that's horrible. Someone that was so nicely built up, losing to someone as low as Zack Ryder.
Yes, you probably know we don't like Zack Ryder here at the British Fist.
No, we do not.
And we will explain that in a future video because we have had a question wondering why we hate him. So we will explain to you this in a future Q&A.
So it'll be a good video. Watch it.
It will be a very good video. We might devote the whole video to that question. So why are they continuing to do bury McIntyre? Is it just because of his personal reasons? That whole thing with his wife? That's probably why they're burying him, isn't it?
Again, the WWE seem to do latch on to stuff that happens backstage, stuff in the ring. If they perform great in the ring, the WWE don't always look at that. Yeah. They look at stuff happening backstage.
It's all about the politics.
Sadly, I'm blaming WWE for looking too much in his personal life.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's all about the politics, really, isn't it?
Yes, but the thing is, there's fingers crossed that when the WWE seem to run out of ideas or need someone to go into the United States Championship or into Intercontinental, they'll look at Drew and bring him in.
Hopefully. I'm trying to cross as many fingers as I can because I really want him back on TV. As for him getting back on TV, probably not anytime soon, but we do hope. We do hold hope here at the British Fest he does get back on TV. The next question we've got is from The Squared Circle Show. You should go subscribe to these guys, shouldn't they, NJ?
Square, I can't do a square, but there you go.
Squared Circle Show. You get the joke. Do you think Randy Orton would be an effective heel on TNA?
Okay. He's seen as a face at the minute, But if they somehow make him leave as a heel and go into what you say is TNA, I think TNA would do wonders with him because obviously TNA would probably use him as a heel, but then what
Yeah, so basically you're taking Randy Orton, a guy who was a great heel in WWE, the top company, and if you bring him to TNA, of course they could do well with him as a heel. They probably wouldn't make him heel because he could be the top heel in the company.
I think that would be a good idea for him because obviously he's much better as a heel.
Yeah, anyway, next question, please. Next question comes from the Bottom Line Show UK. Another website, another YouTube site you guys should subscribe to from the UK, the Bottom Line Show UK, everybody. They asked us 2 questions. First question would be, do you think if Austin and Taker hooked it up at WrestleMania in the Attitude Era, do you think the streak would exist? My immediate answer to that is probably not, because of how big Austin was at the time. I don't think the streak would exist if he faced Taker.
Well, there's that point, but at the same point, I'm looking at Taker and seeing how the WWE give him thanks for working well with the wrestlers backstage. So I think they would have had him wrestle and maybe ended as a DQ at least.
Maybe.
So Taker still has his power over Austin, but Austin still looks strong in the match.
I think at the time, he wasn't really necessarily on a streak where they could have made it into... where they could have really marketed it as a streak. So I think at that time, it probably wouldn't have been as big of a deal with the streak as much as it is now. So they probably would have made Austin beat him. And just because he was the biggest babyface at the time, I don't think Undertaker ever beat Austin in a match, so I don't see why he would have ever beat him at WrestleMania.
That's why I think a DQ would be fair. If they did have the whole streak thing in their mind, I don't know what they were thinking back then, but if they did have it in their mind, end of the DQ.
But they didn't do it, so the streak continues.
There we go.
And the next question they asked us is a very good question, and it got us thinking as well. If you could choose 6 matches from all time to make up your Night of Champions card, what would they be? So basically we've got 6 title matches here, and the rule was that we could only use Superstar once. Now we'll start off with the WWE title match. Where are we going with this one, NJ?
Okay, the way I look at this match is that we can have the biggest draw in the Attitude Era, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and his opponent, The Rock!
To the millions of the British Fist fans.
That's true.
But anyway, yeah, we would put this match, WrestleMania 17 was one of our personal favourite WrestleManias, and the match between Stone Cold and Rock was very good, even though it really did lead to a shitty Austin heel turn. The match was still very good, and so that's why we put it as a WWE title match.
That's true, because that's the one that stands out when you think of WWE Championship.
The 2 biggest babyfaces of the Attitude Era going at it. I didn't know who was going to win that. Well, I knew Austin was going to win, but whatever. I know everything, yeah. Anyway, the World Heavyweight title match. What would we do for that one?
Okay, with this one, we're going to be doing one of my favourite rivalries of all time. They're best friends. They can also face each other. It is Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yes. Remember these guys having a very good match at Armageddon 2002, which was a 3 Stages of Hell match. So that's the match we would have in there for the World Heavyweight Championship. I might go down the road of Elimination Chamber 2002, but this match itself, because we were only allowed to use 1 each, so we had to compromise here a little bit, maybe, and put in the Triple H versus Shawn Michaels match, which is still a very good match, and like you said, a very good rivalry, which is worthy of this accolade.
And when I think of the World Heavyweight Championship, Triple H comes to mind just because the amount of time the WWE actually gave it to him.
And Shawn Michaels.
Lucky sod, yes.
And Shawn Michaels.
Well, he got it a few times.
Yeah, he did. He deserved it. Anyway, next is the tag title match, and the only match I can really think of here that really stands out above the rest of them, for me, and for you, I guess, as well, TLC 2 at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, I was going to say Santino and Clark versus the Usos.
You would use Santino match. It was a great match, wasn't it? TLC 2, definitely improvement on the first TLC, and the whole TLC concept really suited that tag team title match at the time. Dudley's, Hardys, and Insurrexion were probably one of the 3 best tag teams of that era, so it was a great match to have, wasn't it?
It was a very good match for the tag team championships.
Yeah, and it's a match which could really have main evented a WrestleMania, really, if it wanted to, but obviously it didn't. US title match, NJ.
Okay, it's hard to think of US Championship now because the US Championship now is just nothing now. So the championship you get it, you just think, man, okay, I've got it. So if we go back, the one that comes to mind is Chris Benoit.
As a champion, yes. And the match he had with Eddie Guerrero at Vengeance 2003, which at the time was for the vacant US Championship match. It went 22 minutes. It opened the show. I remember this being a very, very good match. And let's face it, Benoit and Eddie Guerrero were 2 of those guys you could just stick in the ring together and they would always have great chemistry. They both came over in WCW at the time. So they always had great chemistry in the ring, and why I would put that as a good US title match.
And they're good because, you know, they both come to good moves in the ring. They put on a great entertaining match. Eddie Guerrero in his style, Benoit in his style. Good match.
Vengeance 2003. Good match there. Next is the Intercontinental Championship, which again doesn't really mean much nowadays. But back when it did mean something, in the year 1992, the match which we're going to put as our Night of Champions card is Bret Hart versus Bulldog at SummerSlam 1992. Back when it was in Wembley, England, and you had Bulldog, you know, fighting over the odds against the best of the best, probably the best at the time, and winning that Intercontinental Championship in the main event.
It was a very good match. I give it that. Like, back when Bret Hart actually was, you know, more able to wrestle. But another match just comes in my mind. I know we've only chosen it once. We couldn't choose one wrestler. It kind of stopped me from picking this. But it was the ladder match between The Rock and Triple H. But obviously, we can't say that now.
There's a lot of matches I think we could have put in there. The ladder match, like you said, between Triple H and Rock was very good. I feel Savage versus Steamboat at WrestleMania 3 was always a good match. Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels in a ladder match at WrestleMania 10 and SummerSlam 95 could have been in there, but we already had Shawn Michaels in the World Heavyweight Championship match. So many matches we could have put there back when the title actually fucking meant something. Yeah,
the IC title being a lot more important to us and probably to WWE than the US.
A WCW belt. The last one is the Divas Championship. What would we have there, NJ? I think it's an obvious one for us, really, isn't it?
We'll have the Divas that are no longer in the WWE, sadly. Trish Stratus and Mickie James.
And WrestleMania 22. Remember, this feud was built really well. The title match is one of those women's matches that got more than 10 minutes, and it was a great Divas title match or women's title match at WrestleMania 22. It was probably one of the best Divas matches of the time, and well, from what I remember anyway. So
Diva being the great Diva she is, Trish Stratus and Mickie James becoming the new Diva into the WWE, it definitely put on a good match.
Yeah, so that's a great card, isn't it? Those are the 6 title matches we would have in our Night of Champions pay-per-view. Man, I'd love to be able to make that one.
It would be a possibility.
Make that pay-per-view, yeah. So the next few questions we got are from Sheldon Fernandez, right?
Yeah, we Sheldon Fernandez.
Yeah, there's plenty of. It always sends us loads of bloody questions. We'll get through them. Who do you think? That's not a bad thing, by the way. We do actually like your questions here. Keep them coming, Sheldon. Right, 8 questions we've got to answer here. Number 1. Who do you think is the best heel of all time and current time? I think we answered this in a previous Q&A, but of current time, you would say Triple H.
Yeah.
And of all time, I'd say someone like Ric Flair, surely, Randy Savage, Ted DiBiase. So many great heels out there that it's just really hard. It's just really hard to pick one. But there are so many great heels. So yeah, that's that really.
It is pretty much because obviously we do like heels in the WWE, but when they're in the WWE, use them. Like I would say, Orton in the current time they've made him face now, so they've basically taken that away from him. So at the moment, there's not many there. So there's others.
Yep. Question number 2 he sent us was, do you watch NXT? No, we don't watch NXT.
I watched it from season 1. I started halfway through season 2 and I just thought, this is not giving me any hope for the WWE. So I stopped halfway through season 2.
Number 3 was, how can WWE improve SmackDown? We did a video about this a couple of Wednesdays ago, which you should check out.
And we'll link it here.
Yes, of course. Link it for you there, Sheldon. Because there are so many. To go through them in this Q&A would just take too long. Number 4, why can't Cena be in SmackDown? Give me your thoughts.
Orton.
Pretty much, isn't it? You can't be on there because Orton is the big babyface. You've got Cena on Raw, Orton on SmackDown. That's why Cena can't be on SmackDown. Plus, the biggest guy that WWE have got, which is John Cena, has to be on the A show, doesn't it? For business, in business terms, has to be on the A show.
That's very true.
Yeah. Can anyone... Oh, no, number 5. Why does NJ hate John Cena? Give a quick synopsis.
There'll be a video here.
on your channel, right? 10 reasons why to hate John Cena?
Yes, you'll see that video here.
Okay. Basically because he's... I don't know why, but...
He's a plank.
Question 6. Can anyone surpass Ric Flair's world title reigns? Probably John Cena, the way they're going. He's had it 3 times this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he got it more times.
The thing about WWE now is that they toss the titles back and forward, and they're not giving the title. Yeah, they're getting a good enough reign, but they keep tossing back and forward. So I just think anyone can really get it. Anyone.
True. The title doesn't mean as much as it used to back when Ric Flair had it. He won it, what, 16 times? I think it was 18, 16 times. I can't remember. Why? I can't remember that. Fucking hell, 16 times. And John Cena's on, what, 12? So I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I mean, I really wouldn't.
They'll probably toss it back and forwards between him and Del Rey or someone.
I mean, Edge got 11. That says a lot, doesn't it?
So there we go.
Will Sin Cara ever be world champion?
You look at Sin Cara, I'm looking at Rey Mysterio and thinking, if the WWE are going to not work him off Rey Mysterio, but if they're going to build him up to be this new Mexican superstar, there's a chance that if they keep working well with him, yes, but it won't be for a long time.
No, I think the thing is with Sin Cara is if Sin Cara becomes this guy who sells the most merchandise, who's really a real hot babyface, it might come to the point where WWE kind of have to put the title on him because he will be the top babyface, he will be the top merchandise, just like John Cena is. So eventually, if they want to go somewhere different like that, they might give him the World Championship. But then trouble is, he's going to botch in his matches. So for that pure reason, I feel they probably won't give him the title, and he can't talk.
It'll be a while, so I'm going to say it could be a possibility, but not from the near future.
Yeah. Question number 8, the last one. Should there be a WWE Divas Tag Team Championship belt? No, because that just doesn't work.
Not enough divas, and to be honest, WWE concentrate more on the male aspect of the WWE.
Yeah, and they can barely put the Divas Championship.
There we go.
Let's learn from TNA. Did TNA ever use their Divas Tag Team, the Knockout Tag Team Championships? No. Exactly. So how can they look for another belt? There we go.
There we go.
So couple more questions. One more.
Yeah, we've got one more.
Commentary Jordan 90 gave us each individual questions. He asked me. Do you want to read mine, MJ?
Okay, Dan. Who do you think? Who do you want as a Manchester United manager when Ferguson retires, and why?
To be honest, mate, the way United have been going with Ferguson for like 20 plus years, I really don't know. I mean, I would put preference in someone like, I think Jose Mourinho is probably one of the best managers in the world. He'd be great. But Phelan, the assistant manager, is probably learning a lot from Ferguson now. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in like a Mark Hughes or something like that, an ex-Man United player like Steve Bruce to do it because they have a lot of knowledge on the club. So
yeah, but what do you think about Vince McMahon?
Oh, Vincent McMahon.
He could buy it,
He could buy Man United. He was going to apparently buy Newcastle United. But anyway, so yeah, in terms of Man United managers, they could either go for experience or the best manager in the world, is like someone like Jose Mourinho, or they can go more grassroots, go with someone like Mike Phelan, who's the assistant at the moment, who probably is learning a lot from Ferguson and working his way up, or they could go with someone like an ex-player like Mark Hughes, Steve Bruce, someone like that. So I don't know. I really couldn't put a finger on that, to be honest. So I might just leave it as leave it open. What do you think? Tell me down below. And your question, MJ.
Okay, go for it.
If you could form a tag team to take out Cena and Orton, who would you team up with, and how would you get to the top of the WWE? I have a feeling I know who this is.
Okay, so tag team, two tag teams together. I would have. Okay.
If you could form a tag team.
A tag team?
Yes.
I'd say Triple H.
Yes.
I think he's going to have enough of Cena. Cena's slowly catching up in his title reign.
Yes.
And his tag team partner, I'm going to say probably CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Because they had the whole hatred of Cena, so I think CM Punk and Triple H could work together, take down Cena, but there'll be a little secret in it. I'd have Orton working with Triple H to turn on Cena.
Oh, he's got a Vince Russo swerve in him. I thought you were going to say Undertaker and Kane, but...
Well, I could have, but I just think that obviously the Taker's going to be retiring, and Kane...
The way he's gone at the moment.
Yeah, so I'll stick with Triple H and CM Punk taking on Cena, and Orton, with Orton turning on Cena.
That would be awesome. But anyway, thank you guys very much for sending in your questions. Keep sending them to us in those links in the description box below. We've got 3 links down there as to where you can get them. NJ, would you take us out of this video, please?
Okay, well, you've heard these words from Mr. Podcast and me, NJ. What's up?
Thank you very much for watching, guys, and goodbye.